I'm glad to have you here. Let's start. So, we're going for 30 minutes. Timer started already. Welcome in, everybody. Come into a wonderful sit. Make sure you sit up on something. Sit up on a pillow, sit up on some books. Make sure it feels comfortable to you. Bring your arms wherever they feel comfortable. If you don't like to join into meditation, later on we're doing yoga. Then we're doing breathing practice, and then we're even doing some singing. So be free, join into that. So as we're sitting, just observe how you're sitting for a moment. Feel your body. Feel how the feet are connected to the floor. Your hips are connected to your sitting platform on whatever you're sitting on. Make sure you're sitting a little bit up on something and get along from your hips to your head. In meditation, we're sitting because we don't want to fall asleep. So sleep is not what we want in meditation. From here, start to observe your breath without changing your breath. Observing your inhale, observing your exhale. Maybe feeling that your inhale is slightly a bit colder than your exhale. At any point in time, if you lose the connection to your breath, start to observe your thoughts. Observe your thoughts, see what's going on. Connect these thoughts, and then let them go softly again. Like opening a window and letting your thoughts go. If you did that, come back to your breath. Observe your breath again. Every time, lose the connection to your breath. Know that this journey is your journey. So it doesn't matter if you are one day connected completely with your breath. And one day you're completely absorbed by your thought. Just let it happen without forcing it with too much effort. Try to be effortless here. That's everything that you need to know about meditation. So we are hearing each other in about 25 minutes. Again, if you like to come out earlier, please do so. Lie down on the floor for about 2 to 5 minutes and then come back to your life. To whatever is going on in your life. If you're joining in for the full thing, I will get you out in the end. Guide you out in the end. I will be quiet now. Have a great meditation. And slowly come back to your body. Observe your breath. Observe your inhale. Observe your exhale. Slowly come and lie down on the floor. Putting your sitting pillow away, lying down on the floor. Extend your legs, coming into Shavasana. Extending your legs, feet are facing away from each other. Bring your arms by your sides, palms are pointing up. Tuck your chin in, close your eyes and just be. Just be. Releasing everything. Release meditation that you just did. Just feel how your body lies on the floor. Just be. From there, slowly start to move your toes, your fingers, your wrists, your ankles, your elbows, your arms, your legs, And shift yourself to one side, and then shift yourself back to a wonderful sit, up to a sit. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you liked this meditation today, and yeah, enjoyed it. Help you. From here, we're slowly getting into some yoga. So we have been sitting for a little bit, so I decided to change it up a bit. The form of like how we're going through the yoga, the whole yoga thing. You know, I'm just calling everything yoga right now. The whole sequence that we're doing here, the meditation and the asana practice, which is poses, the practice of poses. Then the breathing practice and also the mantra practice. That's all yoga, you know. So we are standing up right now as we have been sitting for quite a while. So feel free, come and stand up with me, and let's start to wake up a little bit more. Come to a wonderful stand. Take your time standing up. Feel how you're standing up. Shake out your legs. Shake out your arms. And just move however you like in a bit. So maybe swinging your arms a bit, just feeling your body without going anywhere, you know, just explore a bit what's there today. You smile, how do you feel? This wonderful day creates opportunities for you. And from there, start to jump out of your knees, just out of your knees. Come to a firm stand and release your shoulders, release your neck a lot. Let your shoulders jump, let your neck jump. If you like to intensify, if it doesn't hurt you at any point, if anything hurts you, please take it slow, come out of it. You don't need to push any further. Always listen to your body on your own, because I can't do that for you, right? So jump out of your heels and release again your shoulders, your neck. If you like to intensify, jump out of your heels. Let the movement come from your heels right now. And then jump out of your toes and reconnect with the toes and the heels to the floor. Release your shoulders and your neck. You know, all these exercises that I'm teaching are coming. is coming. The most of them are coming from like teachers of mine. And of course some are creations of like my exploration here and there, but that's not that much. There's not that much, unfortunately. I still need to do a lot of like exploration, but in a way the exercises all meld into each other. One point. And yeah, super amazing, right? So today, as we're starting, bring your hands in front of your heart, start to warm up your hands, connecting to how you're feeling with your hands. You know, so much nerves going on in your hands. Warming them up, saying hello. It's going from there. As soon as you feel, oh yeah, that's warm, bring your hands in front of your eyes together and let the warmth emit away from your hands. You can close your eyes. Just let your hands hover over your head, over your eyes, and feel the warmth emitting away from your hands. If you can. If you don't feel it, it's okay. If you feel it another day, that's completely fine. And slowly release your hands down onto your face. Connect the fingers onto your face, onto your head, onto the skin. Connect your whole hand to your face and slowly draw down your fingertips. Imagine raindrops falling down your skin. refreshing your face, refreshing your body. Draw your raindrops down on your face, then on your chest, on your belly. And bring your arms up by your sides. Lift your arms slightly above your shoulders. And from there, take a deep inhale. Feel the length that you're establishing from your feet to your head. Really be active here. Be long. Make yourself long. And as you're exhaling, release that length. Soften. From there again, push out from the shoulders out to the fingers, breathing in. And as you're breathing out, release that again. From there again, breathe in, spread the fingers a little bit. And breathing out, releasing. Now all the three things together, breathe in deep. Get long from the feet to the top of the head, push out from the shoulders to the fingers, extend the fingers away from each other. And exhale, release everything. Release your arms. Shake your wrists out, shake your elbows, shake your shoulders. I forgot something, we need to do it again. Of course, this is the little sequence that I usually teach, and we just forgot something. So bring your arms up one more time, and one more time all the three things together. Take a deep inhale. Get long from the feet to the top of the head. Push out from the shoulders to the fingers. Extend the fingers away from each other. And as you're breathing out, give yourself a big, big, big hug. And think about hugging the whole world. And you're allowed to smile here if you wish. How's this feeling? Good job. Release your arms again. And now that you gave yourself one hug isn't enough. Give yourself another hug. Make sure the other hand is on top. Like to be fair here with your arms. Which one can be on top, which one can be lower, not saying what is better. And also feel free to smile again. Release. Shake your wrists out, shake your elbows, shake your shoulders. Good job. From here, let's come into all fours, and I think about a little bit more like a stretchy lesson here, not really sweaty lesson today. Also not quite sure how long it's going to take, probably not too long. So let's come down to the floor. Also probably it will take an hour. I like to do some hip things. So first of all, let's come into all fours here. What we're going to do is just cat-cow as usual, slowly arch up from your lower spine, vertebra by vertebra, coming up. And here you can really work with your head as well, bring your head up, but still we don't want to overdo it like this, but keeping your vertebra in line, you know, you want to work with your head, but not just overdoing it like this. But think about having a vertebra, a real continuation then. Bring your chin in, slowly rounding in, breathing out. And then arching up, vertebra by vertebra again, up. And rounding down, vertebra by vertebra down. Use your breath as well as we are rounding down, breathing out. Breathing in as we are arching up. Chin to chest, rounding down. Arching up, vertebra by vertebra up. Good job. From here, let's go a little bit deeper. So let's bring the right elbow down to the floor, grab around your left wrist. And from here, we're doing the same thing again. Watch out, this is really, really deep. We're keeping the left arm straight, so really make an effort to keeping your left arm straight, and from there, arch up. If this is too deep, take care, come out of it, wait for us. Otherwise, enjoy. Keeping your left arm straight all the time. Arching up. Into chest, rounding down. Arching up. To chest, rounding down. Change around other side. Again, keeping your right arm straight here all the time. You don't want to bend in the elbow. And start to arch up, vertebra by vertebra, arching up. Into chest, rounding down. Arching up. To chest, rounding down. How's that feel? Good, and slowly come back up. Again, your hand all the time straight, good. From here, sit back over your heel, tuck your toes under, as you like. Shake your wrists out a bit, bring your arms forward. And let's just do it like here today. So it's really in focus, your arms are in focus right now. Claw the fingers in, make a fist, open them up again. Clawing the fingers in, open them up again. Just the fingers. Super important to do that correctly, not flappy fingers, not this here. But really clawing in, open up again. Clawing in, even the thumb. I could claw in the thumb as well. See how that feels? Strengthening your fingers, your wrists. Right? You can also turn your hands around if you like. Push out of your shoulders a bit. Breathe deep. Good job, everybody. And release. Shake your wrists out. Bring your knees apart. Big toes together. And from there, reach forward with your arms, with your hands. Bring your shoulders a little bit away from your ears. Release your head down to the floor. Child's pose. Breathing in deep into your belly, into your chest. Being grateful for this day, this upcoming day, all the possibilities, all the plans. But now, just come into this moment. And feel maybe the stretch that's a little bit uncomfortable, and breathe in deep into that stretch. And exhale. Try to relax a little bit more into that stretch. Good job. Slowly come up. Bring your hands forward. Push into the mounts of the fingers. We're coming into a downward facing dog today, so we're pushing into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Clawing your fingers. Tuck your toes in and shift your hips up into the sky. Good. What we want to do is push into the mounts of the fingers and turning your arms inward and up. Really creating a lot of space on your back, on your shoulders. Maybe even like going a little bit apart with your hands to be able to really feel that your shoulders are big. Shoulder blades are a little bit away from each other, right? And start to walk a bit. Feet, walking up and down. If any questions come up, and if anything is unclear, and this is quite deep. There's quite some question marks coming up here. If anything is unclear to you, please let me know about that. Because we're turning our arms inward and up. So we're turning kind of like from the elbows pointing forward, we are picking them a little bit back. That makes sense. Turning them a little bit back. Move with your heels up and down. Take a deep inhale. Good job. How does that feel? Feeling a stretch at your legs. And what you like to do here is really finding a little bit more space at your shoulders. You can even come up there a bit and going to arch your lower spine here. So we want to arch our lower spine, and how we're doing this is by spreading the butt cheeks. And how do we spread the butt cheeks? By turning the thighs inward and back. So this is kind of like almost the same movement that we're doing with the arms. We're doing with the legs here as well. Spreading the butt cheeks, creating more space in your lower spine so that we're almost arching. Think about cow position again that we just had before. We're almost arching here, creating really a stretch in your lower legs so you can really bend your lower legs a little bit more. Good. From there, release. Slowly come down. Sit back. Shake your wrists a bit. Shake your arms. Take a little breather here again. See how you're sitting. You're sitting straight, strong. You see, sitting like a little bit like this. That's all fine, but you need to be aware of it, you know? Be aware where you are right now. Where is your head? Is your chin tucked in? These kind of things. Be aware where you are today. That's okay. Good. Let's keep on sitting like this. If you like to change your set, please take something else to sit on. Just make it comfortable for yourself, that it's fine for you. And from there, we're just working with our head for a moment. So we're looking over to the right shoulder. Breathing in deep. And then exhale, looking over your left shoulder. We're using our breath here as a tool. Exhale and change around, looking over your right shoulder. Just keep continuing like this. Take really deep inhales. Inhale and exhale, deep, deep, deep. Using your breath as a tool here to really maybe find a certain kind of stretch going on here. So that's how deep we want to breathe in. And be soft, don't push it. Don't push it with your muscles here. Really important. But just like, you know, be soft here, looking over your right shoulder. Good job. Come back into the middle. And from here, we're just trying to get connected a little bit more to our shoulders. So what we're doing is we're picking our shoulders up. Not a lot of it. Pick your shoulders up a lot. Smile. Good. Looks funny, you know. And then release your shoulders slowly down. Release them down. Feel what kind of muscles you're releasing. Pick your shoulders up again. Maybe a little bit more to the back, and then release your shoulders again softly. Pick your shoulders up again, maybe a bit more forward. It's all good. Feel all the muscles. Release your shoulders again softly. Really feeling how you're releasing your shoulders a little bit more. How you know which muscles you need to release right now as we're activating all the muscles again. One more time, up. Last time, I promise. And release. Shoulders down. Good. And see how your shoulders feel right now. Maybe they feel like something is a little bit off. Shake them out a bit. And also think about, oh yeah, let's create some circles with the shoulders. Easy circles. If it was a little bit too deep, go like super easy small circles. Bring your shoulders forward, upward, backward and down. Good job. Really great. And release completely. Good job. Let's go a little bit further. So I like to connect a bit more to the hips, then open up the hips again. Maybe also do some additional stretches for like forward fold and stuff. So let's see how that goes. Let's stand up together again. Take your time. If you need to drink something, please drink something. By the way, I should maybe also drink something. Now that I said it, got some water here. So, from here, let's connect first and foremost to our hip, do our hip routine, and then maybe even do some more forward fold stretches, or maybe let's do them in between here and there. So first shake your legs out again, and then bring your right leg up. Try to balance in one leg. If it's easier for you to balance on a firm ground, please go to the firm ground instead of like doing it on your soft mat. This can help immensely. And then start to turn your leg to one side, making circles with your knee. Small circles are good, big circles are also good. Just checking in how that feels. And also turn to the other side, making small circles, making big circles. Warming up your hip a little bit. See how far you can go to the left, see how far you can go to the right. It's being a little bit curious, a little bit playful. Good. And then change around the other side. Yeah, and all these hip kind of movements, they're probably really great for sexual stuff, you know? Everything that has to do with sex has to do with like hip movements. And of course it's probably good to have a little bit more open hips there. For women it's also like a lot of emotions are stored in the hips. I guess for men it's the same. Especially men have a lot of like, yeah, in general men are less stretchy, so that's the thing. Just in general, right? Of course there are some outliers as everywhere. Woo! Try to balance a bit. If you fall down, laugh about it. Good job, everybody. And then release, come down again. Shake your legs out. How does that feel? So these are some movements that are coming up. They are really like worth gold in my opinion. So that's also why I'm teaching them here. Good. We're connecting with our right fingers to your right hip bone, your hip bone here. And we're starting to rotate here. First, we're kind of washing dishes. So just with your right hip bone, move forward, right, left, back, left. Forward, right, back, left. Good. And it seems like we're not doing much, but we're really connecting to our hip, how we are moving the hip, And meanwhile, try to keep your left hip somewhat in place, so we're not doing the whole movement like this, like hips together, but rather like we're moving one hip consciously, right? In circles, and also circle into the other direction. As you are drawing with a beautiful picture with your hip. Imagine being able to do that. Good. And from there we're doing sideways, so we're washing the window. Again, with your right hand, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up. You can do really small circles. Again, no need to go too far. And also circle into the other direction. How does that feel? Good job. And from there we're doing saltos forward. So let me come to my side. Let's go forward, down, backward, up. And all these exercises, you know, they're not created by me. I learned them from somebody else. I really like these exercises. I think I learned them from Lars, by the way. So, super funny guy. Really like these swings here. Cool. And then change around. We're doing, these were the saltos. So forward, sorry, I didn't explain them. Let's do them again. Forward, down, backward, up, down, backward, up, and then also rotating into the other direction. Sometimes it's hard, you know, to really think, oh yeah, there are people watching me, of course I need to give the instructions. So, and you can do again smaller little circles and bigger circles, and just change around again. And maybe you feel a little bit like, oh yeah, this is doing something for me, or maybe you don't. That's okay. Come to a great stand and feel if there's a difference between your right and your left leg. Anything going on? If it feels the same. And then connect with the other hand, the left hip, and move to the left, down, right, up. At least, you know, if you did one side, please do the other side as well. Otherwise, you will be a little bit imbalanced, even if you don't feel it. So please make the effort. Do the other side as well. You're worth it. Again, we're first cleaning the... Okay, we're cleaning the windows right now. So, left, down, right, up. Meanwhile, keep the right hip somewhat where it is, as good as you can. And then change around your direction as well. So right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up. Small circles are great. Good job, everybody. And from there, release. Let's clean the dishes again, because they're dirty again already. So move forward, left, right, back, right, forward, left, back, right. See how that feels. Warming up our hips here. You know, my lessons are not really planned, in a sense that I'm just following like what I want to do for like the hips. I know a lot of the hip movements, you know, on like how to work with the hips stuff. I really wonder if I would go to another yoga teacher and ask them about hips. Oh yeah, some hip opener would be good. Or some hip action would be cool. what they would be doing, but probably it's going to be in a somewhat a sequence of warrior 2 and then pigeon pose, something like that. And meanwhile we're also going to do them shake your legs a little bit out, and we have one more time to go. We're doing the saltos again, so think forward, down, backward, up, forward, down, backward, up. And you know, these kind of exercises look funny, but they really have something in them that is super supportive, that is super helping you, and you will even like feel it if you're going for a walk or if you're going for a run later. You will feel another quality in there, like, oh yeah, you know what, my hips are doing something even if I'm running, even if I'm walking, you know. And maybe create a little bit smaller circles here. Another step feel. And change the direction again. And slowly release. Slowly release completely. Shake your legs out a bit. And let's come to the front of our mat. From the front of our mat, bring the right leg back, turning it 90 degrees, coming directly into warrior 2 as we want to work with our hips a little bit more. The front leg is in line with the middle of the back foot. Back foot's, you can turn a little bit forward. Front knee is over the front heel. From there, again, if your knee falls kind of like in a little bit, you can turn your back foot's toes forward. So to say that we're lessening the opening on our hips a bit, but we have the knee over the front heel, which is more important. Bring your arms by your sides, looking over your front hand. Good job. Smile. Breathing in deep. As we're breathing in deep, get longer from your feet to the top of the head, get longer from hand to hand. As you're breathing out, leaning back, engage your belly. Breathing out, come forward. Go back. Peaceful warrior, leaning to the back, engage your belly. Come forward, elbow to knee, reaching. Good job, everybody. And release, and back up. From here, we are going into this again. But right now, we're just going to do the other side. So step forward with your back leg and change the side. It's just like to get a little bit into it, and then maybe you feel a little bit more an opening the second time we're doing it. So now right leg is forward, step back with your left leg, turning it 90 degrees. Again, make sure the front knee is over the front heel. The front foot is in line, and so draw a line from the front foot. This line is pointing into the middle of the back foot. Good job. From there, feel how your hips are opening. You know, we create one line from your back foot, front foot, right? This is warrior 2, we have opened hips. Bring your arms by your sides, looking over your front hand. Good job. Can also play around with like pulling in with your legs and pushing away. So what happens if I push away the legs, and what happens if I pull in? So drawing forward with your front foot, drawing this side with your foot. What happens? Good. Being playful with that. Your front hand leaning to the back, engage your belly. Peaceful warrior, coming to the front, elbow to the knee, reaching. Engage your belly again. Good, coming up again. Smile. Good job. One more time, leaning to the back, peaceful warrior. To the front, elbow to knee. Reaching. See how that feels, and slowly come up and step forward with your back leg. We're coming into triangle pose afterwards, just like trying to warm up a little bit here and there. But before we go into that, let's quickly do a little bit of interlude, a forward fold, a little bit of relaxing, forward fold, and some other little exercises in there. So come to the front of the mat a bit, bend your knees, and you can grab around your thighs and slowly let yourself down. If you have any back injuries, I'm not suggesting that you follow along with the forward folds. Please do something else. If you feel fine with your back, and it's awesome. If you have any back problems but you like to join in, make sure you bend your knees a lot. If you don't have any back problems, that's amazing. Just join in. From here, from this forward fold, release your head. Grab around your elbows if you like. And swing a little bit left and right. Just softly. Just observing how that feels today. Taking a deep inhale. From there you can nod your head a bit. Try to release all the tension. At any point in time anything hurts you, come slowly out of it. From there you can bring your hands, this is optional, again, bring your hands behind your back together, interlace the fingers, and pull away from your back. From this pulling away, you want to give it over to gravity. Let gravity take over. So no more muscles engaged, but let gravity take over and nod your head a bit. Good job, everybody. Amazing. Feel where your hips are and try to shift them as well a little bit over your heels. So you have a lot of weight over the toes, most likely. Try to release your head completely. Good job. And slowly come back. Slowly lower down. Your time. Bend your knees, bring your hands down to the floor. Step back with one leg. Good job. If you need to put something under your knee, please do so. And from here, we're coming a little bit forward. Keep your front knee or the front heel as always. And then coming to the back. If you're really trained, you know, if you're really like an athlete and stuff, and you're really trained, then this whole thing about front knee or the front heel, you can start to question that. But as long as you're new to yoga and stuff, and like physical activity, you should be a little bit more careful. In one way, then, if you're really like a yoga professional and stuff, and further, you know, then you start to be able to go on your own, like creating other movements, you know, going wherever it feels comfortable. Not that it feels like not that you, even like almost like doing movements that are maybe not recommended for some people, you can start to do them because your body is trained for it, you know. You can start to move out of the lines that you should be usually. So just move front and back here. If you like to do it really correct, grab some blocks and try to move with a straight body here, straight body bending forward when we're back, and when we're coming to the front, just come wherever you can, feel a little stretch in here, and front and back here. Some more times. It's also possible to do it like this, but still, you know, I like to have a straight back. That's possible, you know. You can grab some books or some blocks and try to do it like this. It's just a little bit more intense. In my opinion, this is like, oh yeah, you're relaxing. This is like, oh yeah, you're really working. Oh yeah, really working. Good. And from there, doing one more little movement. Put a little bit back. Again, if you need to bolster your knee, please do so. If you have sensitive knees, right? Do so. We're now with our hips over the knee. And there are 2 more movements actually. And I always need to think about which side to go. Is it this side or is it... No, this side doesn't make any sense, right? Is it? No, this is like nothing. So if your left knee is forward, bring your right hand to your left knee, or even your elbow, you can bring it there. And then we're picking up our back leg and we're grabbing around. If you can, bring your index finger down. Let the index finger point down to your knee. If that doesn't work, you can just grab around, looking over your shoulders here, good as you can, pulling your leg in, breathing in deep. Good job. And slowly release again. Woo. From there, we're doing one more exercise. It's a little bit similar. We're tucking our hips in, engaging our belly button in and up, and you may be feeling a similar stretch that we just felt, coming from our hips to your kneecap. And if that's there, or if it isn't there, if it's there, it's amazing. You don't need to go any further. For me, it's there. If it isn't there for you, you can go a little bit further, but maybe it's not really necessary for you to stretch more the hip flexor. But if you like to try to go a little bit deeper, you can bring your hands up into the sky, grab around with your left hand around your right wrist, and just lean a little bit to the left. Really softly. Don't overdo this. Go really, really softly. It's just like some millimeters that you're leaning over. It's not a lot. So be soft there. You don't want to hurt yourself. Good. Bring your hands forward on the mat, and we're stepping backward and bring your other leg forward. Good job. From here, I'm doing a bit the same as before. Again, we're coming to the back, draw the toes back towards you, and then come to the front. Whew, how does that feel? Backward and forward. Backward and forward. Backward and forward. Go in your rhythm that feels good to you. And again, if you like to not be lazy, grab your block, come up here and hinge at your hips. Feeling the stretch a little bit more. Really suggest this variation. Maybe you can go deeper with a straight back, right? And come forward again. See how that feels. Can also grab some books if you like. Forward, good job. And from here, bring your foot a little bit back. Left hand comes to your right knee. Grab around with your right hand. Thumb is pointing up. Bring your back foot up. Again, bolster your knee if that's necessary for you. I've got quite a soft but also sturdy hard mat. It's just like how I like it. Look over your right shoulder. Engage your belly. A little bit. Smile. How does that feel? And pull in. Your index finger can point down here. And really pull in your leg here. Looking over your right shoulder's back. Does that feel? And slowly release down. Try to really release it down slowly. Feel some balance. Good job. And from here, again, have the hips over the knee. We tuck the bum in, drawing the belly button in. Try to feel a stretch from your hips to your knee, hip flexor. But that's what we want to feel. If you don't feel anything, you can bring your arms up. grab around with your right hand around your left wrist and lean to the right side. Just really, really soft. Good job. And release completely. Bring your hands forward, push into the mounts of the fingers, tuck your toes in, go with your back leg and step back. Coming into downward facing dog, push into the mounts of the fingers and feel how your downward facing dog feels right now after all these stretches that we have been doing. If it feels a little bit different, if it feels a little bit easier. Good. And from there we're just walking over, left over the right, right over the left. Some kind of variation that I like to do, like walking here. How does that feel? Good. From there, slowly look between your wrists and walk slowly up. Take your time, step by step, to your feet. Until we're at the top. From there, bend your knees. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows pointing upward, stand up with a straight back. Slight back bend here, engage your belly. Good job. Release, bring your arms in front of your heart together. Good job. So, we're going to do one more time Warrior 2. From there we can also go, and then we slowly finish up. So, come to the front of the mat, left leg forward, step back with your right leg, turning it 90 degrees. Warrior 2, front leg is pointing into the middle of the back foot. Again, if you have open hips, if your knee falls in when we are really having open hips, bring your back foot's toes a little bit forward. Good. And again, try to really have open hips here. Bring your arms by your sides. Slight back bend, peaceful warrior. Breathing in deep. Coming forward. Breathing out. Get long from your back foot to the top of the finger. Back into the middle. Smile. And now we're straightening our front leg. Stepping forward with our back leg. Just a little bit. It's always a little bit hard to explain this because you need to feel it on your own, what kind of distance is great for you. So I would say like a little bit less than half of the way you've been in Warrior 2. Step up, but you can always change it. Now from here, you still want to have open hips. Bring your hands by our sides. I think somebody's pulling you forward at the front hand. Somebody's pulling you forward at the front hand, right? So what's happening is one hip is coming up, meanwhile the other hip is sinking down. Good. We really want to have that feeling. And also what we want to feel is that our side bodies are strong. The side bodies are strong, so let's come back up again. Spread your wings. Somebody's pulling you forward at the front hand. Feel it. One hip is coming up, the other hip is going down. Your side body is strong. Grab on to wherever you can, not really on the knee. So try to not grab onto the knee and open up. And again, not rounding, not doing this, but keep your side body strong. Both side body strong. Looking up. Good. Great job. Try to not round and slowly come up. So also for me, sometimes I do round. It's still super hard for me, this position, even though it's one of the easier positions. I mean, if you're doing it correct, it's quite hard, difficult, at least for me. So, other side. Right leg forward, step back with your left leg. Front leg is pointing into the middle of the back foot. Our hips are open. If your front knee falls in, again, bring your back foot's toes a little bit forward. Bring your arms by your sides. looking over your front hand, breathing in deep, one time. Feel the length from hand to hand, feel the length from the feet to the top of the head. And as you're breathing out, lean to the back in peaceful warrior. Reach your belly, come to the front, elbow to knee, reach. And come up again. From here, straighten your front leg, step forward a little bit, find the right distance for you. Again, our hips are by our sides, bring your arms by our sides, somebody's pulling you forward at the front hand. Yeah. Where do you pull me to? Okay, again, check with your hips. One hip is higher up, one hip is further down. From there, our side body is strong, good. Then you can grab on to wherever you can reach. Make sure your front kneecap is like pointing into the direction of your toes. Good. Reach up. Reach your belly. Bring your shoulder blades onto the back. And again, if you feel like, oh yeah, you lost it, just come back up, go back into it. And I completely just lost it. So it's not about going too deep, but really feeling in like, oh yeah, how does that feel like? To have both side bodies activated, to really feel strong in both side bodies. An integrated body. And slowly come up. Good job. Release a little. Good. Shake your legs. So, there's a little bit more coming up, and the really hard ones, shall we? Yeah, we're going with the full program today. So the really hard ones, the one that is really like stretchy, is still coming up, but we're going deeper and deeper into it gradually. So, yeah, you're doing amazing. Keep it up. Bring your feet apart. Coming into horse stance. So just a little bit of like feeling your hips here again. It's all about feeling. It's not just about stretching all the time, it's also about feeling in. And keep your knees over your heels here as good as you can. Just put your arms wherever you like. You can also go into goddess pose if you wish, and even coming up to your toes. But then maybe you need to replace your feet a bit first, and then coming up completely. I'm also not a master of this pose, but you know, it's fun. It's curious about it. Good. Smile. Yeah. From here, we're already coming out of it again. It's just a little bit of like being curious, feeling your hips, how they're doing. And right now, let's go into a pigeon pose. One of my, at the beginning as I started to do yoga, this was one of my least favorite poses because it's just super inaccessible, especially for men. So you can make it a little bit more accessible by bringing your foot a little bit to the back. First of all, let's come into downward facing dog. Just start to move your feet a little bit, then bring your right foot up. Good. And then bring your foot in, your knee comes to your right hand, and if possible, bring your foot parallel to the front of the mat. I know this seems super tough, but you really want to work this. There's other options on like bringing in a chair and doing it higher up, which lessens a little bit the intensity. What I like to do at the moment is I just like to go there and work there, you know? Even if I'm a little bit further up, I like to work there. But it's still super, super difficult for me. So please be careful. So the additional thing you can do is just let your leg point a little bit further back. So if your leg is going to the back, it's okay. But I like to work like this at the moment, so I'm not going completely down to the floor right now. If you have your leg to the back, you can come completely to the floor. But there's another thing that's important. Right now I'm more to the right side, so I'm basically falling to the right side. We don't want to do that. We want to keep in the middle. So let me take it up again and trying to go to the middle. So keeping your hips at one level. Good. And trying to work in the middle. At any point, if your knee starts hurting, come out of it. It feels like okay. Amazing. From there, breathe in deep. Into the stretch. And as you're breathing out, try to relax a little bit more. Again, don't overdo it. And maybe, just maybe, you can lower yourself a little bit down. But again, it's also important to keep in the middle. So let's go for some more seconds. If you're looking to the back, make sure that your leg goes straight to the back. Good job. From there, slowly bring your hands forward. Tuck your back foot's toes in and shift yourself up. And go for a little bit of a walk here. See how that feels. I also need to try it up with like lifting myself up and see how it feels there. So other side, bring your left foot up, then bring your knee to the left hand, and let's lay our foot. So bring your foot parallel to the front of the mat. Can I even talk without pointing to it? Yeah, I should be, but sometimes it's hard, you know. And then come back into the middle again. Right now I'm falling over to one side. It's super easy, right? But we want to be in the middle. So bring yourself back up into the middle. Trying to keep your knee down. And again, check with your other leg that is basically pointing straight to the back. Trying to bring your hips into the middle more. Good. And then working from there. Breathing in deep. Feel a stretch. Let's go for 10 more seconds. 10, 9. At any point in time, if your knee starts hurting, come out of it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly tuck your back foot's toes in and shift yourself to the back. And again, go for a little bit of walk in your downward facing dog. From here, let's come to a sit. It's not like right now, we're not super finished right now, so feel free to grab some books, some blocks to assist you here as we're making our way into fire lock position, which is quite intense, so feel free to join. It's again about the hips, so after that we're done. After that, this is the last exercise, and we're coming into Shavasana, lying down, relaxing a little bit. Then we're doing some breathing, and then we're doing some singing. So if you're into that, feel free. So what we're doing, maybe you can go even way further than me. That could be very possible. I'm not that flexible, you know, I'm a man. So it's a thing, I'm a man, not that flexible. Then bring one leg, first of all, lay a book under if you need that. You can maybe even do it without if you're really flexible. And then bring your other leg above and take your block if you have a block, or even if you have another book, take your other book and lay it below. And that's basically the position that we want to work in. And just like to be here a bit, and maybe at one point you feel like, oh yeah, you know what, can go deeper. I already feel like that because probably we have been doing a lot of like hip openers. I feel like, oh yeah, you know what, you can go a little bit deeper. Can maybe release this a bit here, go a little bit deeper here, and just see how much it takes, how open it is today, observing it, and then also changing the side. Sometimes this really is like super hard for me. Today it feels like okay, doesn't feel that hard for me, but still you want to have some blocks in there so you can push a little bit against it, be a little bit curious on how it feels, taking deep inhales, doing amazing. And again, just maybe lowering a little bit more down. Just maybe. And again, this is to open up our hips, to also connect in one way a little bit to sexuality, because hips are really connected to that area, and if they are a little bit open, then we're maybe also a little bit more open in sexuality wise. Good. And as soon as you think like you had enough, slowly come out. Bring one leg, and bring the other leg, and change around. Really be soft here, be gentle. Maybe shake your legs a little bit out. You know, when I was practicing, curiously, now that I've been really warming up, now that we have been really warming up for a longer time, these kind of poses don't really hurt. They're really like, oh yeah, you know what, you've been warming up these areas, you can now go into them. It's almost like somebody is kind of like green lighted these poses for you to practice with after warming up for long enough. And really we did warm up with like all the different kind of poses. And so again, feel free to come into it. Bring your leg over to your knee and have something below. Maybe it's even bigger, you know, maybe it's even like up here. Could also be. Maybe you're up here. It's fine. And just observe how it feels, you know, and then also put some block in here, of course. So you can work wherever you are today, and that's fine. So let's see how this side goes for me, and also be curious about how you're doing it. Like one side might be completely different than the other, right? One side might feel way better than the other. One side might feel completely worse. And that's fine. And again, if you feel like, oh yeah, you know, maybe go a little bit deeper, try to do that. Maybe you need to reposition a bit. Feel your hips working, maybe feel that there's some pressure on them. Honoring your body, doing great. Yeah, this side feels for me a little bit different. A little bit, almost like it's a little harder. It also feels okay. Yeah. From here, you're releasing completely. Let's come slowly, take your time, slowly, slowly, slowly bring your legs up. Let's lie down on the floor. Lie down on the floor. Let your knees fall to the right. Let your knees fall to the left. Right. The left. Super soft. I've been working a lot with our hips today. Great. Taking care of them. I know. And if you like to do any kind of other positions before coming into Shavasana, please do them. If you think like, okay, I've done anything that you wanted, or if you don't know any other positions, then just follow me along in Shavasana right now. So slowly bring your knees up again, extend your legs, feet are facing away from each other, arms are lying by your sides, palms are pointing up. From there, lift your head up, tuck your chin in, and release your head down again. And here, just be. Nothing to do here, but just be. Releasing all the tension. Into your body. I will get you back out of this position in just about 2 to 3 minutes. Just be. Your eyes closed. Or two. Deepening your breath. Start to move your fingers. Start to move your toes. Slowly coming back to your body. Like move your ankles, your heels. From there, draw your knees in towards your belly. And shift yourself to either the left or the right side, coming to lie down on your side body. In this side body position, lie down on the floor. Completely lying down on the floor. Softening the skin of the face. Releasing all the tension in your jaw and your tongue. In your neck and your shoulders. The arms and the elbows and the wrists and the fingers. And the chest and the belly and your hips and your whole spine. Your whole back, your legs and your knees and your ankles and your heels and your toes. Breathing in deeply, nurturing your whole body with the air that is coming in. As you're exhaling, release and feel how the gravity of the earth is carrying you, holding you. The next inhale, lift yourself up by your side and come into a wonderful sit. Take your time sitting up into a wonderful sit. Bring your hands in front of your heart together. Bow your head in front of your heart. Honoring your yoga practice today. Wishing you a wonderful rest of the day, wishing you a wonderful morning wherever you are in the world. Welcome back. Slowly open your eyes. We're not quite finished here. We're now coming into breathing practice, doing a little bit of breathing practice right now. And then we're going further into mantra singing. Yeah, if you like that. Into a wonderful sit that feels great for you. Any point in time, feel free to change it. And we're doing square breathing today. One of my most favorite breathing practices. I like to try and end feel free. All that we're doing is we're breathing through the nose, if possible. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. Inhale through your nose and exhale, and with your next exhale after the next exhale through your nose, we're starting. Exhale, and let's start. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold your breath, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold your breath, 2, 3, 4, inhale again, 2, 3, 4, hold your breath, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold your breath, 2, 3, 4, inhale again and continue on your own. You can count to a different number. If it's later in your day, you don't need to push yourself that much. If it's earlier, you can push yourself a bit more if you wish. To how it feels good for you. I join in as well. Right now, we're going for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Shall I? Next inhale. Whenever you're inhaling the next time, slowly exhale, come back to your natural breath. Here, we're going to sing a mantra together. If you'd like to join in, going to sing the Mahamrutyunjaya mantra. It's a little bit longer. If you're new to that mantra, please tell me. If you'd like to sing together with me, please tell me. If you just like to listen, that's fine. For now, I'm not going to instruct it here, because it's really taxing on me to instruct it. I need to bring up a lot of focus. You know, I like to do it, but then I really like to have people here that want to hear it, you know? And if you're one of these people and like to sing together with me, please let me know. Otherwise, feel free to join, do your best, you know, or just listen, that's also fine. We're starting in just a moment after I talked a little bit more about mantra singing, saying the same things that need to be said as always. So mantra singing is here connect with a mantra, which has some kind of meaning most of the time. And the mantra that we're singing here, but there's also vibration toward the mantra, so maybe some people just like to connect with the vibrations, and who are we to tell them what they should do or not do? So there's A meaning, and B a vibration. Funnily, I think that in Buddhism it's more like, oh yeah, the mantra, it's about meaning, and more in like just less Buddhistic areas, it's more about the vibrations. So yeah, that's a little bit the thing. I see it. And right now, this mantra here is to let go, connect with death, to accept death, to let go of things that are not serving you anymore. Yeah, that's a little bit what the mantra is about. Enough explained like this. Let's go. Om Triambakam Yajamae Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukami Vabandhanam Rechur Mukshiyamam Retata Om Triambakam Yajamae Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukami Vabandhanam Rechur Mukshiyamam Retata Om Triambakam Yajamae Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukami Vabandhanam Rechur Mukshiyamam Retata Om Triambakam Yajamae Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukami Vabandhanam Rechur Mukshiyamam Retata Om Triambakam Yajamae Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukami Vabandhanam Rechur Mukshiyamam Retata Om Triambakam yajamae Sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Rechurmuchiyamamritate Om Triambakam yajamae Sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Rechurmuchiyamamritate Om Triambakam yajamae Sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Rechurmuchiyamamritate Last time. Om Triambakam yajamae Sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam Rechurmuchiyamamritate Follow your head in front of your heart and slowly come back wherever you are today. So hope you enjoyed this practice today. We're going to finish the stream up right here, right now, and we are going to see each other very soon again. I hope so. I'm trying to be on here tomorrow again. And right now I've got quite some stuff to do. Maybe tidying up my room a little bit more. Getting some drink in here. Again, getting the water. Then I need to prepare for the hike, the big hike that's coming a little bit. And then I need to go outside for a bit. And whenever I'm back, probably going to stream again. Maybe how I'm creating more of the best clips for the podcasts, and maybe also how I'm working on the book. But for now, this was it for today. Hope to see you very, very soon again. Take good care of yourself. Hi Moon, we're just finishing it up slowly. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you doing? We have had a wonderful yoga lesson today with meditation, with a lot of stretching, not really exhausting yoga, but more like a waking up yoga kind of way. And then we did some breathing exercises, and then we also did some singing just right now. I'm sorry I missed you. No, that's alright. Heard the last of the chanting. Ah, that's good. So yeah, the chanting, the Om Triambakam Yajamae mantra is there, or the Mahamrutinshaya mantra is there to let go of things that are not serving you anymore, connect with death, to accept death, and yeah, I love that. That's great to hear. So Moon, take good care of yourself. I'm going to stream a little bit later again, and then it's going to be more behind the scenes things. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hi. I appreciate that, and I'm wishing you a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't need that. That's okay. It's good to have you. You know, good to have you. If you like to join in tomorrow, you too, good night. Yeah, have a wonderful night. For me it's morning. If you like to join in, tomorrow at tomorrow's night, feel free to do that. Or feel free to check it out on YouTube or rewatch it, you know, you can do that. And at any point, if you have any questions, let me know. Right now, shall we raid somebody? Shall we quickly go over and raid somebody? Let's do this. As you're coming along, I'm raiding for somebody. Not completely alone. We're going to raid somebody, of course. And we could go over to Chesinaka. Shall we head over to Chesinaka? Quickly. He's doing a lot of crafting streams. He's cool to hang out with, so I like to go over to raid Chesinaka. Saying hello there. And thank you for being here. Moon, take good care of yourself. All the best to you. Take care of yourself. Said that already. Can't say that enough, so have a good one. See you around. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night to you. Okay. Thank you so much for being here.